planet's terrain is filled with craters, enormous volcanoes, sprawling rivers of lava that can stretch for up to 3,000 miles, and mysterious ring-like
Looking good in
formations
this
called crowns.
location, isn't it,
Then
today?
there are intricate landscapes called tessera, the areas on Venus marked by their unique
Bit
patterns
coming
of
across the
connected
country,
blocks of
but
crust.
most of it's up there,
Overall, the planet's
Yorkshire, right
surface
up
is
to
quite
Scotland.
flat, even though it might not look like it if you were standing there. Scientists think that the thick atmosphere would bend light in a way
Yeah, I
that
can
distorts
chuck
the
the old
landscape,
dog's
making
bedding.
it look weird. It would create an illusion where things seem like they're
There's
curving
the rest
upward
of it
around you.
looking.
We
Kent,
witness similar visual illusions on Earth during extreme heat, when air refracts light to create mirages, like objects
Kent's
appearing
gonna miss most
magnified
of it
or
as well.
displaced from their actual position. The winds on the surface of Venus barely move
That'll
at
cheer
about
them
2
miserable
miles per
fuckers
hour.
up down there,
On
wouldn't
Earth, winds at this speed would only cause ripples on the sea surface, so dust rising from the ground shouldn't bother you as much as you continue exploring this barren terrain. There's also lightning on Venus, but unlike here on our planet, it never reaches the ground, occasionally lighting up the sky. And there are no rainstorms. Today, Venus is devoid of any water, although it wasn't always like that. Venus has many active volcanoes, some much larger and more active than those on Earth. While you need not fear quakes due to the lack of tectonic movement on Venus, it's crucial to stay vigilant. The lack of tectonic activity is also the reason Venus has accumulated a lot of heat over millions of years. At any given moment, this could lead to a massive volcanic eruption capable of reshaping the planet's landscape. Imagine you get caught off guard. A toxic mushroom cloud forms in the distance. You transmit a message with all the data you've been able to gather and a warning to hold any future manned missions to the planet.
Telltale signal again.
Scientists on Earth wouldn't even notice something went wrong for another 2 minutes. It sounds like an impossible challenge to
Remember
land humans
which
on the
direction
planet,
this is
but there might
going in.
just be a better way to explore this hellish world. A team of students from Northeastern University
What?
suggested a manned mission to Venus,
Swinging
although
up
the crew wouldn't risk their
towards...
lives on the planet's surface. They would instead closely monitor the
Let's have a
entire
quick
mission
look
from
at
above.
whole
The project's
fucking
name
Europe and
derives
the
from
Mid-East.
Norse mythology, Valhalla. The plan is getting close to Venus and sending out a group of drones called Ravens to explore the area and find suitable places for landing. In the next part of the mission, another group of drones would be sent to examine the planet's surface and atmosphere.
Yeah,
These drones, known
pushing
as
down
wolves,
from
would
ice
carry
cat area.
cameras and sensors to gather data for around 3 to 5
I
hours
thought so.
until they are eventually destroyed due to the planet's harsh environment. Instead of
There you go, you can see the snow coming down.
There would only be a 10-second delay between the drone systems.
So all the
and
water
main
moisture gets
computer on the
pulled up
spaceship.
towards ice
Being
cap,
this close to Venus, a crew of humans
gets
could respond
zapped by
rapidly if
their
any
weather
unexpected
system.
problems arise. If NASA ever does decide to make this project a reality, it would be the furthest
And they
any
conveniently
human has ever
keep it
been in
out of
space.
view, just up there.
NASA has other missions planned.
So you can't see what's happening up that bit of the
Recent studies show
map.
Venus has pockets of livable conditions too. In fact,
But
it
ice
could
cat
be the very
area.
first habitable planet in the entire solar system, having had an Earth-like climate and surface
Right,
oceans
'cause
of liquid
NATO
water.
don't want you
According to
seeing that.
computer modelling, the
Right.
planet could have been habitable for
look
approximately
here.
2 billion years. But scientists have had a lot of questions, and to answer them, they need more data.
So Israel,
Mission, expected to
Donbass,
take place no earlier than 2029,
Crimea
will investigate
is
the
in
planet's
this
atmosphere.
bit of water here, what I
Descends
couldn't see
onto the
yesterday, yeah?
surface, taking close
There's
images of the
Crimea, look.
Venetian landscape.
Donbass,
NASA hopes to study the
all
origin
up
of the
that
planet's
area.
atmosphere, discover chemical signatures of
Right.
once present oceans.
So what are they doing there?
Volcanic activity and the nature
What are
behind
they
the
doing
highland
there?
region. Researchers estimate that the probe should last about 1 hour before falling and crashing to the surface. The goal of another mission, set to launch in 2031, is to find out where the paths of Venus and Earth separated. The Veritas spacecraft will study geologically active regions, rock composition, and map the surface of the planet in high resolution. Meanwhile, the European Space
Right,
Agency
and how are
has
they
been at
doing
work
it?
on their next Venus orbiter. The Envision mission, scheduled for launch in the early 2030s, aims to dive even deeper into Venus's mysteries. The mission
So
will
pulling the
specifically
weather up one
focus on
side,
investigating volcanic gases in the planet's atmosphere, analysing its surface composition,
manipulating it
and
going
probing
across the
its inner
Mediterranean,
structure.
that.
The next decade could reveal more than we've ever known
boosting
about
it
this
in Spain,
mysterious
because you can
world.
see the
But until
fucking
then, we could witness an
Nextmed
historic
system
event, the
signature
world's
still in
first
Spain.
private mission to Venus.
There
After
you go.
scientists found
Clear
a
enough,
potential
innit?
biosignature in the planet's atmosphere, Rocket Lab was inspired to explore further. The mission could happen
You
as
see
soon as
that?
2025 and provide answers for some long-standing questions. By studying how Venus evolved over billions of years,
Yeah,
we
you
could
can see
learn
the
more about
fucking
its history
signature.
and what might lie ahead. Perhaps these missions will reveal if Venus could someday become a place fit for colonization. Because of
Right,
its close
you see
location
that?
and some Earth-like features, Venus could be a better candidate as a second home compared to Mars.
Watch
The
the
journey to
lines come
Venus
out.
would take less time, and people would not have to adjust to gravity since it's nearly identical to Earth's. In theory, there are several ways to terraform this hostile world. If Venus doesn't have a runway greenhouse effect, its
You'll even
average
see 'em.
surface temperature would be
You'll
approximately
even see 'em
minus 40
shooting
degrees
up that
Fahrenheit.
way
To compare,
into the weather
without
system.
greenhouse gases, the average surface
Keep watching
temperature
it.
on Earth would plummet from 59 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 0.4 degrees Fahrenheit. If we could somehow bring an entire ocean to Venus, we could potentially clear away some of the dust from its air and
Yeah.
make carbon dioxide fall onto the planet's surface, turning into a solid. To do this, we could hit Venus with really cold objects, like icy comets, which would make water vapor and clouds.
Right.
These clouds would
Shows
just
up
provide a large
in the
water
water
source, but also
vapour,
help
doesn't it?
cool the planet down. Or if we find a different way to
Right.
make carbon dioxide condense, we could put water on the rocky Venus's surface. This would start chemical reactions that create minerals similar to those found
Better
in
browse
numerous
that one.
geological environments on Earth. But water isn't the only way. Hydrogen would work too. And we know
So
that
they're
the
fucking
solar
about with that
system
weather
giants
system,
like
that's
Jupiter
right.
are full of this.
Steering that one
If we
across
could
the med.
extract trillions of tons of hydrogen from Jupiter's atmosphere,
Soaking the
and transport it to
Donbass
Venus,
region,
the
stop the
effect would be
tanks and
similar.
everything else getting
Hydrogen
across
would
the
react with the
battlefield.
atmospheric